In this video, we'll be taking a look at the MLB All-Star Game happening on July 11, 2023, and providing you with a free team pick and total pick for this game. So 2 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on this MLB All-Star Game after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start, if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. American League versus National League. The most exciting event in the entire MLB season is the Midsummer Classic. It brings the best of the best from all 30 teams together to one field to decide which is better, the American League or the National League. This year, the All-Star Game will take place at T-Mobile Park, the home of the Seattle Mariners. And to no surprise, the American League is favored. It's not that the American League has a drastically better lineup or pitching staff, but they do have history on their side. The American League has won the last 9 straight All-Star Games. That's right, the last time the National League won was in 2012 when Melky Cabrera was named the MVP at Kauffman Stadium. The National League is looking for its first win since 2012, as it's lost 9 straight and 16 of its last 19 overall. The National League lineup will be led by 3 Dodgers and Mookie Betts, J.D. Martinez, and Freddie Freeman, while Diamondbacks Corbin Carroll and pitcher Zach Gallen will also share the field together. The National League MVP favorite in Ronald Acuna Jr. will bat leadoff in this contest. The National League bench features 5 first-time All-Stars, and the backup rotation has 10 first-time selections. A lot of new faces on this year's squad, and that could lead to a group that's just excited to be here. Still, a talented, balanced group as always. At some point, the National League will have to win an MLB All-Star Game here. This is a star-studded National League, and starting lineup is dominated by Atlanta Braves and Los Angeles Dodgers. Marcus Stroman has made another All-Star Game, but it's not expected that he's going to be pitching in this game. The American League looks to continue its dominance in front of what should be a pro-American League crowd. The American League lineup is stacked with 4 Rangers in Jonah Heim, Marcus Semien, Josh Jung and Corey Seager, while 2 Rays beef up the middle of the order in Randy Arozarena and Yandy Diaz. Yankees star Jarrett Cole will start for the American League. The American League bench features 9 players making at least their second appearance, and the backup pitchers have 11 arms that have multiple All-Star berths. The hometown Mariners will see 3 All-Stars in Julio Rodriguez, George Kirby, and Luis Castillo. The American League has the most experienced All-Star in Mike Trout, who is here for an 11th time, but of course he won't play due to injury. The American League have won 9 games in a row, and they have a more balanced starting lineup in terms of teams represented. On paper, it looks like the American League has a big advantage on the mound, and if this is a pitcher's duel, the American League has to feel like they have a big advantage. Following the media day on Monday, Jarrett Cole and Zach Gallen have been named the starting pitchers for their respective team. This is a huge honor and a tip of the cap to these pitchers having incredible seasons, but it doesn't mean much else. Cole and Gallen will only go 1 inning each before handing the ball off to the next ace. I expect at least 9 different pitchers for each team on Tuesday night, so it's hard to handicap who and when a certain pitcher will throw. For that reason, I have to focus on the lineups. The hitters in the starting lineup will likely get 2 at-bats before being subbed out for the reserves, which doesn't leave a lot of time for a hitter to impact the game. But from just the starting lineups, the National League is better. Half of the American League's lineup is the Texas Rangers, while the National League has one of the most stacked orders I've ever seen. From a possible .400 hitter in Luis Ariz to a 40-70 threat in Ronald Acuna Jr. to one of the best hitting first basemen in MLB history in Freddie Freeman, I love everything about the National League lineup. I'll admit that the American League has a slightly better pitching staff, but only because the National League has numerous opt-outs like Spencer Strider, Clayton Kershaw, Marcus Stroman, and Devin Williams. Still, I can't ignore the value we're getting on the National League. I'm taking the National League to break their 9-year losing streak in Seattle, so the National League money line is our full game side pick. In general, the All-Star Game has been very low scoring. In 2022, the American League won by a score of 3-2, which cashed the under. Looking at a bigger sample size, the average number of runs in an All-Star Game during the American League's 9-year winning streak is 6.89. That would come in just under this year's total of 7.5, which is minus 120 odds to the under. I'm expecting the total to drop to 7 by Tuesday at some point. As I said earlier, it's incredibly hard to know who and when each ace will pitch. All that we know is Cole and Gallen are starting, but they're only going to pitch an inning, so it's a guessing game as to who will come next. However, what I do know is 10 of the last 14 All-Star games have ended with 7 or fewer runs. Only once during that span did a game ever reach double-digit runs, so the games have always been closer to staying under the total than going over the number. It's easy to see why. These are the best pitchers in baseball. Each pitcher knows that they're only going to get an inning, so there's no use in nipping at the corners and being careful with certain hitters. Each pitcher is going to go out there and try to get as many strikeouts as they can before the inning is over, and that correlates well with the under. The American League has the advantage on the mound, and they are going to lock down the National League bats here. I also do expect the National League pitching is going to be pretty good, and that is going to be the difference here. Last year the final score was 3-2, and my final score prediction of this year's All-Star Game is a 4-3 type final score. This game is going to stay below the total, under the projected total as our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.